Gina?
It's super cliche, but do you guys feel like you could ever like fall in love? Or do
Uh,
you think that like, or even guys in general, like, are they ever interested in actual love or it's just not interesting?
What's love
uh,
got to do
I just
with
think
it?
very logically. So like, I don't think I've ever been there. Hopefully,
Is that something you want?
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, one day, you know what I'm saying, with the woman that will have my kids. But
It's like,
it's just that, like, for men, I always say, like, you got to be very careful of loving a woman, because love for men is extremely real. Like, because you guys got to remember, men and women love differently too. Shout out to Rolo Tomasi, who was here earlier. He always says, men love idealistically, women tend to love opportunistically. And that's not to say you guys are terrible creatures. You guys love opportunistically. You're evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are demons or some shit like, well, some are. But it's that women love men for what they provide. That's just the reality of the world. And men tend to love women for them. You know what I'm saying? That's why when after breakups, men, commit self-deletion far more than women do. Suicide.
And
I don't want to say it.
They can't get over breakups.
I don't want to say it too many times.
Easily too. It takes them a long time to build another girl.
Yeah.
They just can't do it.
Women get over breakups way faster than men do.
It's really like off the next guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are wired to do that. There's a bunch of evolutionary reasons why women are wired to like get over relationships faster than men. But yeah, that's why we tell guys you got to be careful about loving girls, because men love for real. You know what I'm saying? That's why crazy, when a dude loves you, does all this crazy shit, is because men love for real. Women love opportunistically. As soon as a man doesn't provide a certain level of value that he once did, the woman's slowly going to start to fall out of love with that man.
And lastly?
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know, I got really quiet. Okay, I'll talk into the mic. I got this. I did good this show, guys.
You did do good. You did do good.
Wait, okay, so it's just like my last remarks.
Or comments or questions or disagreements, whatever.
I think we can clearly see that there are two different types of successful women. There's the aggression, okay? And there's regular dominance. I think that you can get over the like dominant part of it if they're not as aggressive as some people
I
may
respectfully
be.
disagree.
It's not successful.
I think
in terms of what?
What?
You mean successful, like from
honestly,
a monetary standpoint, right?
It's not even monetary. It's just successful. If you can sit here and be productive in your own day-to-day life, like let's say I may not want to cook and clean at home, but I can like hire a maid. I can go and do some fucking like regular things that you may like assistant work. Like your wife can be your assistant.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right.
And that's successful. But if you even have your own like business or entrepreneurial moves or motivation to do whatever hobby type shit you have, that's successful too. And that's not necessarily where they're aggressively throwing their livelihood or throwing their actions in your face saying, I'm this caliber, so you need to treat me as such. It's more as, hi, I want to take care of you, even though you may not need it and I may not need it. I want to be this woman for you because, yeah, you give me security, you give me good dick, and you make me happy. And on the other side, it's the same thing. You handle my responsibilities that I don't necessarily want to do, but you're also like happy, go lucky, like give good sex. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're giving the same shit. How do I explain it? No, I'm
So
going in
here's the
circles.
thing, because when you said successful before, most people are going to define that from a monetary and career standpoint. So that's how most people are going to interpret it. I'm successful. So when you mean successful as I'm going to be a dutiful wife and be your helping hand, that's a whole other thing. Because let's be honest, women that are successful, that built up their own business, are not going to compromise and put their business to the side and say, I'm going to be your helping hand.
Yeah, no.
They're not going to do that.
But
and which is fine.
That's what I'm saying. If you have, because I lose train of thought, if you have that success in your own life and you're not throwing it at your partner, is what I'm saying, as a woman to a man, you can still be like, how do I explain? You can be successful and motivated because a normal woman who has things handed to her in life may not always fix her bed, may not always get up and even go order groceries or go do the groceries or like do all these womanly duties, right? Because they're so used to not even brushing their teeth or getting up before 10 a.m. on most days or having to deal with their own shit. They have so many other people taking care of things for themselves that they may not even be able to fill out a ballot to vote. Does that make sense? Like successful in life as a woman, you could still be a good partner and still be dominant, but you're not that aggressive type where you're like, holy shit, like I don't even want this bitch
it
around.
does not. Because here's the thing. To be a good wife, by default, you must be submissive.
Yeah.
You can't be a dominant success. Like again, this is.
Well, I'm
this
also
is,
dumb because I call things organized chaos. So
Yeah, and that in itself is an issue. So like it's like the whole purpose of a woman being a wife is a helping hand, which in itself is a submissive role. And if you're in a submissive role, you can't be dominant. Like you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's like this is the way it is. I mean, you could sit there and try to smash a square peg into a round hole, but it's not going to work. And if you do get it in there, it's never going to operate.
Damaged.
It's not going to be It's not going to operate at 100% efficiency. Successful women that make a certain amount of money that get there refuse to not be acknowledged as such. They want to get their flowers for being successful, and that's fine. They've earned that. But what I'm saying is that it does not make them more attractive, and that's where so many of these women fail.
Oh, yeah.
Your money doesn't mean shit to a guy that has money. Your money will mean something to the very men that you don't deem as appropriate potential mates. Guys that have less money than you, guys that are broke, or guys that are less ambitious than you. But men that are your equal, if not higher, don't care. As a man rises up the hierarchy, he's okay with dating below the hierarchy. As a woman rises up the hierarchy, she's not okay with dating someone below. She needs someone at least equal. And these guys that are equal don't care about her. They're gonna go down to the girl that works at McDonald's.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if a person, or what was I saying? As long as a woman isn't as aggressive and so dominant over you, then the success that she has necessarily won't matter because she's not holding that over your head. She's not using her. Well, I make this much. You can't tell me that. No, it's more like, okay, well, I have my day-to-day things. So instead of going out and cleaning the house and cooking and doing this, I'm going to handle those responsibilities, even though it's not me doing that and being a...
You're saying it in an ideal world, man. But like that's not, it's not, this isn't a Disney fairy tale, man. Like people that are successful are not going to sit there and let people boss them around or tell them what to do. Like a chick that's a boss, she's not going to be okay with a man like taking leadership all the time. She's going to want to assert herself to some degree. She's going to challenge him. It's in her nature. It's the very reason she became successful in the first place was because she challenged and beat men her whole life. So she's not going to just change all of a sudden.
You can't turn it off.
You can't turn it off. Hyper successful people work all the fucking time. I work all the time. I don't leave the studio. I'm always fixing things around. I'm in the gym. I'm here, whatever it is. It becomes obsessive. You can't turn it off. So women that also match that level can't turn it off. And I'll be honest with you, as a guy that's a higher earner, whatever, I don't want to deal with those types of women at all.
Understandable. And I get where you're coming from. I'm saying that it wouldn't be a problem in this situation. I'm not saying that you're okay. Well, if she's not dominant and she's successful, that's hot. No, my success doesn't matter to most of the people that I've ever talked to. But as long as you're not like some aggressive person, then maybe it's not that it would matter or that it would be a problem. I know it doesn't matter if someone's successful or not. But do you see what I'm saying? Is that
I get what you're saying. Oh, you could find a feminine woman that's successible. Yeah, but it's not going to be common.
Not necessarily feminine, but someone. Oh, sorry.
You're not
necessarily feminine, but someone that's not so aggressive and angry at you. Does that make?
You can't, like I'm trying to tell you, like if you're successful and you make money, that's almost like a required trait to have.
Yeah, I got an attitude.
Pushovers people that are pushovers don't tend to get paid as much. Another reason why women make less than money than men, they say the wage gap because I'm a woman.
Closed mouth don't get fed. Women don't speak up.
Thank you. So how do you know this? Like a lot of times, why women pay,
she wants us to agree by changing the top. It's the same baseline and foundation. You're not gonna turn off your masculine traits just because you feel like it's in you. So trying to convince us it's not gonna work. We get your point, but that's just not how people operate.
That's just not how. Yeah, that's just not how the world works, man. Successful people don't turn it off.
Don't ever.
Like a woman that built up a business and scaled it up to 6 figures, etc., isn't gonna sit there and be like, "Okay, baby, what do you want to do? Whatever." Like, even if she does that and gets the ring, she gonna change. How long she gonna act like that?
Exactly.
She gonna take the mask off like Future at some point and be like, "No, motherfucker, I ain't doing this no more." You know what I'm saying? And that guy at that point, he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, no, man!" Like.
It was at this moment.
Too late now.
He fucked up.
You know what I'm saying? So why am I going to sit there?
Network.
No, there's my that's where one of my sounds come from. But yeah, well, why is he going to go and take a chance, man? Like he's not going to do with that, man. Like he's going to go and just go with the younger girl that's not going to give him a hard time. It's like, bro, last thing a guy wants to do is like work all day and come home and talk to his girl and she's like, oh my god, I'm stressed, I'm working. Like fuck that shit.
Trying to bust a nut.
You know what I'm saying? Like dudes is trying to like have a
Like,
baddie.
oh my
that's not
god,
giving
my
him a hard
hair
time.
looks so great, right? Let's go have
I mean, think
sex.
about it. You have a sugar daddy before, right?
I've honestly never had.
Okay, sure. I think we
No,
discussed
remember
that
I told
before.
you I tried having a sugar daddy and he was like this weird fur wearing fucking
But you
broke
tried though.
guy. See, I
tried.
tried.
It doesn't even matter that she had a sugar daddy. It's to drive home a point about this.
Go ahead.
Why does the sugar daddy culture exist? Have you ever thought about it?
Yes, but like it's not a short answer, so why?
Simply put, successful men want to be around young, attractive women.
Okay,
And they're
yeah.
willing to pay to do so.
So that's why when women start getting older, they get this like baby concept or the fact that they're expiring because beauty and looks for women is so important that it's not going to be anything once they get older. That's why people call it trading it in for a newer model. That's why I say you make
Yes.
mistakes. So of course I'm
Contrary to
gonna open
what-
my thing for married men because if they're gonna leave for somebody, why not leave for me?
Yeah,
That sounds
contrary to
fucked
what,
up,
yeah,
but-
I mean, it's true. Like, contrary to popular belief, yes, women, you do have an expiration date, and the older you get, the less negotiating power you have in the dating marketplace. As you get older, you cannot necessarily get the same level of man that you might have been able to get as you were younger.
Because you can't
It
get
is
away
what it
with a
is.
lot of things. You can't just get up in the morning and walk out and be like, okay, my body's tight, my face is tight. You're
Exactly.
sitting here getting all these insecurities, and then you're settling for men who may not be of the caliber that you
So
once were
what I'm trying to
at.
say
I get it.
is you participating,
Oh.
in the sugaring lifestyle a little bit, or you're trying to at least, validates what I'm telling you already. Hyper successful and successful men don't care about women that are higher earning. I don't see no website, sugarmamas.com or some shit like that. Like, no, because men are okay with trading their resources for a younger, hotter girl that brings nothing to the table financially, and they're willing to even pay to do it. I don't know if there's a clear demonstration of how men really don't give a fuck about how much money a woman makes. There's
right.
literally an exploding sugar culture. We did a whole episode on it today.
Yeah.
Older men that have money and status want young, attractive women and will pay to do it.
And they're totally okay with being used. They're totally okay with the superficiality because it's easy and it's simple and it's something that they don't have to work very hard for.
No, it's
all they have to
because
do is
it's because they've already worked hard, and a byproduct of it now I can get attractive women. That's the difference.
Oh, I never thought.
Look
of
at it that
I
way.
like that.
Exactly. That's
Like,
it's
we
not
already
that-
worked so hard. Let me just
it's
get
not that-
something easy.
It's not that it's easy and the girls are easy or whatever. It's that I've worked my ass off. Now I want the fruits of my labor, which is what? A young, beautiful woman by my side, not some old, annoying bitch that's going to tell me that she's a millionaire too and argue with me. No, I want a young, attractive girl that is going to be feminine and submissive. And that's what tends to happen when you deal with younger girls. Men want different things than women do. It's like women try to demonize it like, oh, no, they're easy. No, it's just that men like young, attractive girls. Just like you want a guy that's financially successful and tall and confident and all those other things. We're very different.
Our super chats.
Does that make sense?
Good to go?
Yeah,
Or
All right.
I
Cool.
think we're both
Billy's,
right.
Billy's. Okay. Right.
see,
I'm kidding. Stop. I'm
Billy
done.
Saya,
Please stop.
$15. When is the Singapore tour, lads?